Yo YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy SalvationsElite. We are back with another video, and you guys might notice that I look a little bit clearer than I did before. It's because I got a new camera and I'm really pumped about it. I was waiting to buy a new camera because, I mean, the financial commitment to content creation is pretty legit if you're buying a camera. And so now was the time to finally commit to it, and I mean, it couldn't have been a better time. So you guys can see all my sunburn in HD because I just got back from California, and so we're recording today. And today we're doing learn from the pros type series again. We're gonna go through a handful of clips and basically just talk about what the pros are doing great, what the pros aren't doing great, and how that translates. It should be a really awesome video because I think there's some really good clips and I have a lot of good notes I think already written down. So without further ado, let's just hop right into the video. Let's go. So the first clip is from Clay's YouTube channel, just a scrim he was playing in, and we're gonna pay attention to how he communicates in game and his positioning and overall patience throughout this map on Arsenal hardpoint. So just pay attention to how he communicates, and we're gonna talk about this after the clip. But yeah, just again, focus on the communication, the patience, and how he directs his team. He'll use the terms like, I got you right, I'm with you, I need help, you know, and he'll call out where he's going and where he's going to be and where he's looking and his positioning and things like that. His communication's on point in this clip. So pay attention to that, and we'll talk about it after the clip.
I'm looking in blue. Looking in blue.
Two.
Nice, three.
Blue.
Right corner, Sim.
I
got him. I'm looking kitchen. I'm coming blue with you. Elbow already, Tim. Elbow. He's on you. Got one.
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, got him.
He's in one kitchen.
I'm helping you, Chris.
Right corner.
I got him, Maddox, Chris.
Two, three there.
I'm running into hill. I'm running back into hill.
I think Alex rotated good. Still kitchen, Alex.
I'm hit left.
Watch out, right corner.
I went in blue. Right corner, blue. I need help.
Last year blue.
I got lightning.
I have vision. I'm gonna pop it.
You're close. I flip.
Yeah, I'm holding front.
All trophy. You see him?
I street front trophy.
I'm gonna be in down.
Got one.
Could spawn in the back, guys. It could spawn in the back. Be careful.
So yeah, I mean, his patience was absolutely incredible. I loved how he's playing with his teammates there and just calling out his lines of sight and how he's looking, not to mention he's frying. But overall, I think that was an awesome clip from United and from Clayster in general. As AMs or aspiring pros or wherever you are, like, it can be difficult to have that communication in game depending on who you're playing with, whether you're just playing in ranked with one or two buddies, or if you're playing with a team of 5, playing in a scrim or in a tournament or something like that. It can vary, but at the highest of levels, that's the communication it takes to win. And if you're playing with your buddies or playing with your team, you need to aim and strive for that level of communication at all times if you want to be your best. So the next clip is from Octane, and he's absolutely frying. It's from a CWL event from the Pro League, and he absolutely is frying on frequency hardpoint. He's just doing his work. And so again, we're going to talk about positioning once again. How he uses the angles in gunfights is so important, especially in those first 2 kills you guys are going to see. He narrows his angles and trusts his teammate who's watching that long line of sight over on pipe side in frequency, and he trusts his teammate to have that line of sight, get them weak, and he comes in, gets both trades, and then gets a few more along the way. So let's watch the clip and let's talk about it again.
The Tempest ran out just before he can get the streaks, and if you don't have a lightning strike to help to break the hill, you got to do it with the guns, and so far maybe so good. Octane somehow still alive, is able to find 2 kills, and obviously the support was there. Give him the third, Ben. Just give him the third.
Just when you're thinking, all right, well, the Thieves are going to need to invest the lightning now, right? They're going to get broken, surely. They just don't. Octane finds himself...
He had such a bad first Tempest. He's like, let me get a second one real quick. I'll just get 1,700 points like it's nothing. Don't call in the streaks. You don't want to end the game. Earn the second Tempest. Make up for love lost. But that's a joke. 8 spree. Octane, he just turned on. He just starts shredding.
I mean, Octane's a monster, but he was just frying. And his positioning and his awareness of the minimap is so nice with how his teammates are positioned. I mean, he's able to basically, you know, use his teammates' positioning as the science he needs. I'm sure he's getting call-outs as well, obviously. And it gives him a good idea of where players are coming from, and he's able to use his instincts to jump out, pop that guy on elbow, and then come back and pop the guy bottom mid. And so, overall, again, his awareness of his teammates' positioning and how the guy was sitting top mid, one was sitting in front of the elbow, like that type of idea of that positioning gives you a good idea of where the enemies could potentially be coming from. And like I said, I'm sure he's getting the communication from his teammates as well, but that minimap awareness is so crucial if you want to be successful. So the next clip's about baiting and pushing. So basically in this clip, it's not from E6's perspective, so it's a little weird. It's actually from FaZe's perspective for the most of this, but we're going to see how E6 is able to bait and trade. So they're shoulder peeking here on the right side of frequency. You're going to see how well E6 starts to shoulder peek inside of ring, and then they push towards plat from ring with the oversight of one of their teammates, and are able to take the hill because of their incredible baiting. And then you're going to see General do some baiting for his team as well in the doorway from plat into the hill. And so just pay attention to that in the clip. It's really nice, and that's exactly how you want to do it. It's pretty textbook for Call of Duty, and that's exactly what you want to do. So let's watch the clip.
In that position, it's because it was such a staggered push. They waited until about 35 seconds to hit the back of that second hill, and it's, do you want to do that with 35 seconds? If you do, it has to be fast. But the good thing, they recover. I think Mystics play a little bit sloppy on that rotation, but now for E6, you're able to get window control, and now you can contest from that balcony side.
But yeah, man, they play together, they bait and switch, and they take control of the hill and do a really good job there. So overall, really nice team play from E6. And when you're playing, it's tough to do and you can get lost in the chaos, but that's why pros, if the game moves so much slower for pros, because every movement's more methodical. You're shoulder peeking for a reason. You're not just shoulder peeking to shoulder peek, you're shoulder peeking so that your teammate can help push with you. It's tougher to do inside of ranked play when you're playing with randoms, because it's hard to trust your teammates in that sense. But what you can do is pay attention when you're playing in ranked, or if you're playing solo, that pay attention if your teammates are doing that shoulder peeking, then you can maybe be the guy that follows them or overlooks them, and you can help your teammates in that aspect and really almost, you know, use them as your bait instead of having to always try to bait for your teammates that don't even know what's going on. So you just be aware of that in game, depending on who you're playing with, and it can be extremely beneficial overall with how that communication works and how you're baiting and trading. Especially if you're playing as a team, obviously, that's where it's the most effective. So the next clip is Search and Destroy against LG, just from last night. Priestahh clutches a nice little 1v1 or a 1v2, I guess, inside of showers on Gridlock Search. And basically, let's pay attention to his movement is so nice. And so in this 1v1, he uses the shoulder peeks to get an idea of where I think Slacked is going. So the information, again, that he gathers from the shoulder peeks is what allows him to win this round and is the difference in the game. So pay attention to that while we watch the clip.
Definitely brings a lot to the table that goes outside of the scoreboard, but in this one, LG First Blood, that is just disappeared in a blink of an eye. Slasher gets himself a double. He drops now. Priestahh for Streaks gets it. That's the lightning. Can he find the Hellstorm? That's a confident challenge, but it's a 1v1. Slacked scrambles to his right. Teammates call it out. Priestahh looks for the fight, wins the fight. There's the Hellstorm. There's the clutch.
So the repositioning after the peak is what won him the round. And I mean, even then, he uses that stun grenade at the beginning of the clip to help break in with his teammates. Then he follows his teammates' lead to push towards showers. And then he's able to go from there and start really beaming. Again, it all started from his positioning and from his movement through the map. And so all that combined allowed him to win the 1v1. And it was incredibly impressive. A really nice play from Priestahh, showing off his skill. But overall, that's what you have to pay attention to with your teammates. And when you're in those situations, the shoulder peeking is so valuable. And then paying attention to your teammates' positioning, obviously, in all cases is valuable. But especially in those small, close combat situations, can be the difference in how you play a gunfight. So the next clip is a little bit different. So it's FormaL inside of showers, this time in Search and Destroy. I think it's just a little bit later in the game, actually. And FormaL watches the cross from a small room up over towards blocks and into showers. And he calls out two guys, go in there, and then Skies ends up getting a 3-piece with a grenade. So the patience from FormaL to not always shoot and then re-peek and move positionings, but the patience for him just to stay there, get those call outs, and trust his teammates to help, you know, clean those up is really nice. Not to mention the setup from LG is what allows them to do this. So like their positioning as a team allows this to happen and makes it possible. As you guys can see in the picture here, they're positioning inside showers on both sides, with the sniper looking in towards small room was really nice, and this allows Skies to get the 3-piece like he does.
Freaks.
I was gonna say, do you want to call it in a 4v5? Do you even want to ping the lightning? How much are you willing to invest for the win?
FormaL hits these. Enable just gets out with his life, and Priestahh, you got to be careful. That is the play with the Streaks. He manages to get through the door as well. A triple nade.
The communication pre-round can be really important in that situation where Skies might have called out, yo, I got my nade available, I'm going to try to nade back showers. And so FormaL now knows, okay, well, if I can call out, I can get those call outs that the nade would be effective there. And so that's kind of how it all unfolds in a team setting. So the final clip, once again, is inside of showers on Gridlock. I don't know why I ended with 3 straight Gridlock clips, but this is Octane. Again, this is Team positioning and patience and slight movements in gunfights are the difference in so many situations. Not to mention he's got a beamer and he doesn't miss. Obviously that helps, but this clip you're going to see how Octane amplifies his gun skill by positioning himself in the right spots inside a shower. So he's extremely patient on that right side. He even says in the clip, he's something along the lines like, they're not pushing me, and he still stays there, waits for him to finally peek, and then gets the kill and keeps getting kills. And it's just a great hold from 100 Thieves in general. So let's watch the clip and see what you guys think.
One's push up pillar, close right,
Yeah,
TJ.
we're red.
In here.
Push down me, Dad.
Pillar, dead.
One shows. Shows.
Collars. Damn it.
The shower's dead.
Collars mirrors.
Down. I hit him, he can't heal. Nice. Trying to help you, Towels. Towels, yes. Two showers.
Two shot right, weak.
They're not peeking me.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice, free. Let's go down. Nice. Yeah, you guys can go.
Alright, shouldn't hit front here.
You're gonna be here, by the way, Judge.
But yeah, man, I mean, obviously 100 Thieves is really good in general for that reason. They're so patient, they play together so well, and they just seem to really understand how each other want to play. And obviously it helps when Octane's playing as good as he is right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, I mean, there's so many clips we went through. I hope you guys learned something. I think this was pretty beneficial for everyone, even higher skilled players to lower skilled players, everyone in between. I hope it was beneficial to you. If it was, like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. Share the video if you guys really enjoy it. We're gonna be doing more videos like this along the way. I talked about how to improve as a team and the fundamentals to improving in a video a few weeks ago. So go check that one out if you got time. And as always, guys, my boy SalvationsElite, and we'll see you next time. I'm out.